4. He is set to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. Rapper Snoop Dogg is facing some new allegations of sexual assault and battery, the alleged victim filing a lawsuit in a California court.
Y'all listen up. The celebrity world just got rocked again, and this time it's hitting close to home. No one, and we mean no one in Hollywood, is as squeaky clean as they want us to believe. Today, we're diving deep into some serious allegations against Snoop Dogg, who's now facing some of the same accusations that brought down other industry giants. Ally Carter is on an absolute warpath, taking down celebrities left and right, and it seems nobody is safe from her explosive revelations. The latest name on her hit list? None other than the laid-back West Coast legend himself, Snoop Dogg. But here's where it gets real interesting. Snoop is not laying down for this one. He's clapped back hard, calling Ally a straight-up liar and accusing her of dragging his name through the mud for clout.
The accusations made in this lawsuit against Snoop Dogg describe the 50-year-old rapper as a longtime predator who demanded sexual favors from women and in return promised them jobs.
While fans are left scrambling to figure out who's telling the truth, the bigger question hanging over everything is, who exactly is Ally Carter? And why does she suddenly seem to be everywhere right now? This isn't just another Hollywood scandal, folks. Ally claims that Snoop allegedly pulled similar schemes to what went down with Diddy, demanding favors in exchange for career opportunities. And let's not forget that Snoop himself has openly admitted in the past that he was a P.
To really say, man, I'm finna really jump off into this pimping shit. These bitches really like me, and I really feel like I got the pimping in me.
The question we all need to ask is, are these serious allegations credible, or is someone trying to cash in on the current Hollywood takedown wave? We've been digging deep into this story, and what we found might shock you. Y'all, this gets messy real quick. While everyone's been focused on the recent drama, we need to look at where this all began. Back in 2013, what seemed like just another Snoop concert turned into something way more serious. An unidentified woman, who the courts only know as Jane Doe, dropped a bombshell civil lawsuit against Snoop, claiming SA and battery after attending his show. The timing? Suspicious to say the least. This lawsuit mysteriously appeared just days before Snoop was set to perform at one of the biggest stages in America, the Super Bowl halftime show. Coincidence? I'm not so sure.
4. He is set to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. Rapper Snoop Dogg is facing some new allegations of sexual assault and battery, the alleged victim filing a lawsuit in a California court.
This woman described herself as a dancer, model, host, and actress who supposedly had professional connections with Snoop, though Snoop's people immediately shut that down, saying she never worked for him. So who's telling the truth here? According to court documents we've obtained, she claimed Snoop entered a bathroom she was using and forced her to perform unwanted acts while he emmed in front of her. The details are disturbing, and we're not going to sensationalize them here. But here's where it gets interesting. In her own words from the complaint, plaintiff found herself thinking about her job security if she displeased defendant Snoop Dogg. Plaintiff felt pressured by defendant Snoop Dogg due to his dominance and his position of power over her, including his ability to hire and fire her and ensure that she would never be hired in his industry again. That's a serious power dynamic she's describing, the kind we've seen in so many Hollywood SA cases. But is it true? Or is this, as Snoop's spokesperson called it, nothing but a meritless shakedown? And the bigger question that nobody's asking, why is this coming back into the spotlight now, when Ally Carter is making her own claims? Is there a connection here that we're missing? Think about it. These allegations first surfaced right before the Super Bowl, then seemed to fade away. Now, suddenly, they're exploding back into the conversation at the exact same time Ally Carter starts speaking out. That timing ain't coincidence, folks. either this is a coordinated effort to bring Snoop down, or, and this is what I'm leaning toward today, Allie's claims gave other victims the courage to speak their truth. We've seen this pattern before with major Hollywood figures. One person breaks the silence and suddenly the floodgates open. The power of these celebs to keep people quiet starts crumbling when victims realize they're not alone. Now listen, before y'all start defending Snoop in the comments, we need you to hear this. We're not just talking about random accusations with no context. We're talking about a man who has openly bragged about his history in this exact world. Let's keep it 100. Snoop has never hidden his past as a P. In fact, he's proudly discussed it on multiple occasions. In a 2013 interview with Rolling Stone, the same year as these allegations, Snoop straight up admitted, "We put an organization together. We did a Playboy tour, and we had a bus follow me with 10 Bs on it. We could fire a B, F a B, get a new hoe. It was my program. City to city, itty to itty, hotel room to hotel room, athlete to athlete, entertainer to entertainer." While he doesn't name names, he claims professional athletes would use his services. If I'm in a city where the Denver Broncos or the Nuggets play, we get a couple of their players to come hang out. Pick and choose, and whichever one you like comes with a number, he says. A lot of athletes bought P from me. Let that sink in for a minute. That's not me twisting his words. Those are direct quotes from the Dogfather himself. And it doesn't stop there. In his 2006 documentary, Big Snoop Dogg's Pin 101, he didn't just acknowledge this lifestyle, he celebrated it. He talked about how he was born to be a P and even gave advice on how to manage women in the ST industry. Now, I'm not saying his past automatically makes these accusations true, but when someone openly brags about treating women as commodities and then gets accused of using his power to exploit women, are we really shocked? The question becomes, has Snoop truly left this mindset behind, or is this the same behavior, just hidden behind closed doors and protected by NDAs and settlements? And reports claim that the latter is true. This is Snoop saying how he grew his business from national to international, if you know what we mean.
Snoop said, who ever heard of such a thing?
Snoop, do you ever have anything like this? Like you call up and get an arranged date?
I mean, a lot of people be calling me and asking me to set them up with, certain situations.
Yeah.
But wait, it gets worse. Snoop revealed he had a plethora of girls on his call. In that same Rolling Stone interview we mentioned earlier, Snoop went into disturbing detail about his operation. He wasn't just casually involved, he was running things on a scale that's hard to believe. He literally described having girls in different cities, organizing his business with military precision, and taking a cut of everything they earned.
He should get a
counselor?
Go to college and take pimpology.
Right. Snoop, how's your pimp business, by the way, going?
Oh, it's going real good.
I'm his first student right now.
Up.
You got how many girls now in your
15 in America, 25 overseas.
This wasn't just talk. He described having a literal bus full of women following him on tour, and how he'd manage them while still performing and recording. Some of these women were aspiring artists and models who thought they were getting legitimate career opportunities, only to find themselves in a completely different situation. Because what several sources have uncovered about Allie Carter's specific claims will make you question everything you thought you knew about the laid-back, weed-smoking uncle of hip-hop. Just when you thought this story couldn't get any more intense, Allie Carter has stepped back into the spotlight, and she is not holding back this time. In a scathing new statement, Carter didn't just double down on her accusations, she went directly at everyone who tried to defend Snoop when that first lawsuit dropped.
Everybody knew that Snoop Dogg, mentioned him in December of 2020, but everybody beat the hell out of me. Screw you, that can't be true. What the hell do I know, right? And then recently it just came out again that Snoop Dogg got accused of actually trafficking children.
Y'all hear that? She's not just saying Snoop did these things, she's saying everybody knew. This isn't some random accusation. She's claiming this was an open secret in the industry that people actively chose to ignore and cover up. And she's not just coming for Snoop, she's coming for all of us. Carter straight up said Americans have been brainwashed to the point where they either don't believe these allegations or flat out refuse to accept them. Her comparison is what really hits different though. According to Carter, we'll cancel someone immediately for using plastic straws. But when it comes to serious SA allegations against our favorite celebrities, suddenly everyone's got excuses. She literally said Americans have their priorities effed up. And honestly, does she have a point?
It's fine. It'll pass. It'll pass, right? It's a phase. It's just a phase. But oh no, tell somebody that plastic straws are coming back and throw a fit. Let a convict get arrested. Somebody put a knee on a convict's neck and it's over. The neck of it out. Crickets. Crickets. Nothing. Everything's fine.
If you're still thinking this is all some kind of a joke or misunderstanding, we need you to listen to Snoop saying in his own words that being a P was literally his dream.
They didn't want that for me, but I wanted that. I was a kid, and I dreamed of being a pimp like my whole life.
Did y'all just hear that? This man straight up admitted that being a P was his lifelong ambition. Not a rapper, not a businessman, not an actor, a P was his dream. That's not me putting words in his mouth. That's Snoop telling us who he is. Now, let's talk about his reaction to the lawsuit, because it is telling as hell. You know what Snoop's first move was when these allegations dropped? He tried to handle it behind closed doors, with a settlement. And when that didn't work out, only then did he come out with a public statement claiming he has never had any SI encounter with the woman and calling the allegations simply meritless. His team tried to spin it like they appear to be part of a self-enrichment shakedown scheme to extort Snoop Dogg right before he performs during this Sunday's Super Bowl halftime show. But the most damning thing, what he posted on social media right after. Gold digger season is here? Are you kidding me? This is how you respond to serious SA allegations? By calling the accuser a gold digger? Let me break this down for those in the back. What's done in the dark always brings to light, and it looks like Snoop's karma has come. California recently passed a law removing the statute of limitations on reporting SA, which means victims aren't afraid to come forward anymore. The shield that protected these celebrities for decades is gone. Now, you might be wondering, how does Allie Carter really know about Snoop's alleged disgusting antics? The answer is sad but simple. She has personal experience, and she can spot these patterns faster than anyone.
When you are holding the truth of crimes against humanity, there's no money that you could be taken in for this. It's not happening. When you start trading money for the truth, you are no better than the slave traders.
That right there, that's the voice of someone who's lived through this nightmare. When she speaks about recognizing disturbing behavior, she's not talking from speculation. She's talking from experience. This isn't just some random person throwing accusations. This is someone who understands the dark underbelly of the industry because she's seen it firsthand. And what happened when she first brought up allegations against Snoop? Everybody started giving her absolute hell.
When you are standing in this truth, we get hell 24/7, stuff that y'all don't even see. Okay? And when you understand the level of hell that you're getting,
y'all see how this works? The moment someone speaks out against a beloved figure like Snoop, the entire machine mobilizes to destroy them. Fans, industry insiders, other celebrities, they all rush to protect the moneymaker while crushing anyone brave enough to speak up. This is exactly how the cycle of A continues in Hollywood. The victims get silenced while the perpetrators get protected. And Carter exposed how these networks of power operate.
so I am telling you right now, to be able to come on here and to speak to y'all, I am paying for it in every way possible. So when you understand what we are talking about, there's no need to intermingle.
She's pulling back the curtain on how these Hollywood circles really work. How they all know each other, how they all protect each other, and how they all keep each other's secrets. It's not just about one incident with Snoop, it's about an entire system designed to enable this behavior. The reason so many people are desperate to discredit Ally Carter isn't because she's lying. It's because she's threatening to bring down not just one celebrity, but potentially dozens, who are all connected in this web of silence and protection. And if you think this is just about Ally's word against Snoop's, wait until you hear what other women have started coming forward with since she broke her silence.
So I am telling you right now, to be able to come on here and to speak to y'all, I am paying for it in every way possible. So when you understand what we are talking about, there's no need to intermingle.
When we look closer at this whole situation, the layers just keep peeling back. Similar allegations against Snoop actually surfaced back in December 2021, but this time the accuser used her full name in a filing through the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing. Snoop's team has maintained their position throughout. What is clear is that this shakedown scheme is disgraceful. This attempt to use the courts to advance this scheme is shameful too, and does a disservice to real victims who deserve to be believed, the spokesperson added. But here's what's important to understand. The woman's lawsuit claims she was also essayed earlier that same evening by one of Snoop's employees, who was named as a defendant alongside him. And according to court documents, both parties actually tried to resolve this matter through mediation before it went public. Now, for anyone still sitting on the fence about this whole situation, let me show you something that puts this in a whole new context. Look at what Dr. Dre, Snoop's mentor, and the man who discovered him confessed in an old interview from the very beginning of Snoop's career.
I mean, it was a videotape that we did at my house just for my private collection. Snoop was a part of it.
They got it?
Somebody.
And this wasn't just some amateur footage they were talking about. According to Dre himself, it was fully X-rated.
Somebody stole this tape from my house or something like that, and there's a lot of X-rated things on it, you know.
I'll let your imagination fill in the blanks there, but the implications are crystal clear. Look, we're not here to definitively say what happened between Snoop and these women. The courts will have their say. But when you stack everything up, Snoop's own admissions about being a P, multiple women coming forward with similar stories, the attempted settlements, the defensive social media posts, and now these revelations about his early days in the industry, the odds certainly don't seem to be in his favor. Yet, despite all this, Snoop continues to paint Ally as the villain in this story. He's using his massive platform to portray her as an opportunist rather than addressing the substance of these allegations head on. It's the classic celebrity playbook. Discredit the accuser instead of disproving the allegations. Y'all, we're just scratching the surface of this explosive situation between Snoop Dogg and Ally Carter. The allegations, the denials, the evidence on both sides. This story is developing by the day, and I'm tracking every new detail. While Snoop managed to escape that legal drama, Ally's resurfacing claims have reignited the flames, and the hip-hop community is divided. Fans are now completely torn, some rallying behind Ally as a brave whistleblower, while others are dismissing her as nothing more than a clout chaser looking for attention. And it's getting messier by the day. What's making people question Ally's credibility? Several people close to her, her sister, her foster mom, and even her biological mother, have come forward to contradict her story entirely. In a shocking statement, Ally's sister stated, "As I was trying to speak to my sister if she's still in the comments, she knows that what she's saying is not true. We came from the same household, and we were disciplined, but no, my mom is not coaching me to say anything or keeping me home as she probably would say." She continued with some serious accusations. "My sister's always been like this. For what, I don't know. But all I know is that when it was causing problems, I had to come out of school. Always had to come out of school." And she didn't stop there, making it crystal clear where she stands. For you to say those lies and continue it and just get wed up, no pictures, Tor is lying about everything. What makes this case so different from others is how directly Snoop has gone after Ally and how fearlessly she's standing her ground. This isn't just another Hollywood scandal. This could be the domino that brings down an entire network of powerful figures. We want to know what you think. Is Ali Carter a truth teller exposing the dark side of hip-hop royalty? Or is Snoop right to defend his name against what he calls false accusations? The comment section is open, and I want to hear your honest thoughts.